You are welcome to the topical solutions on the past Wassce questions for senior high school and private candidates in the year 2011. The topic is formulas, linear equations and inequalities. Your instructor here is Augustus. Please, if you need more of these videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Now, let's take a look at our questions and our solutions will follow as well. Now, in objective question 3 for senior high candidates, the question says if the value of m is 4, so m is equal to 4, and n is equal to 5 out of 2, we should find the value of 4m cubed n minus 16m n squared. The value of m is 4, so we will do a substitution here, then cube, and the value of n is 5 out of 2 minus 16, again m is 4 and n is 5 out of 2, and we square it here. These two can cancel itself once and go into the numerator for 2. Please, these two cannot cancel this 4 because this 4 is raised to the power 3. Alright, now when you come here, we look at the square first. 5 square will give you 25. Let me write it here small. 2 square will give me 4 here. So this 4 at the denominator side can cancel the 4 at the numerator side, as you can see here. So let's do our multiplication. 2 times 4 cubed is 64. So let me write it 2 times 64 and times 5. You have this, and when you come here, we will get 16 multiplying 25 out of 2. 2 multiplied by 64 and by 5 will give us 640 minus this 16 and 2. 2 is a factor of 16, so 2 can cancel itself 1, and we'll go into 16, 8, and 8 times 25 is 400. When we subtract 400 from 640, we are going to get 240, which is our value for the expression we were given. Now, objective question 9 for senior high school candidates. The question says you should solve the equation x minus 4 over 3 plus 5 minus 2x divided by 4 should be equal to 1. The first step, we are going to find the least common denominator. Now, we have 3 terms, so this is one term, another term, another term. And the denominators are 3, 4, 1. And the least common denominator amongst these 3 terms is 12. So you multiply the least common denominator by the terms we have. So the least common denominator is 12. So you get 12 into bracket x minus 4 divided by 3 plus another 12, 5 minus 2x divided by 4 is equal to 12 times 1. 3 goes into 12 is 4. 4 goes into 12 is 3. So we can rewrite the equation as 4 into bracket x minus 4 plus 3 into bracket 5 minus 2x which is equal to 12. The next thing we are going to do is to expand the bracket. 4 will multiply what we have inside this bracket, and 3 will also multiply the content of this bracket. So 4 times x is 4x minus 4 times 4, 16, plus 3 times 5 is 15, minus 3 times 2x will give us 6x, which is equal to 12. We can simplify what we have at the left hand side. 4x minus 6x will be negative 2x. Negative 16 plus 15 is minus 1, which is equal to 12 here. When we continue, we can make x the subject here. So we leave negative 2x here and transpose the negative 1 to the right hand side, giving us negative 2x is equal to 12. When the negative 1 is transposed to the right hand side, it changes to positive. So we are going to get 12 plus 1 is 13. Now to get the value of x, we have to divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is negative 2. So we get negative 2x divided by negative 2 is equal to 13 divided by negative 2. This negative 2 will cancel the negative 2. And finally, we are going to get the value of x is equal to negative 13 over 2. And when you convert this to a mixed fraction, we are going to get negative 6 whole number. 6 times 2 is 12. Remainder 1. So 1 out of 2. And that will be our final value for x. Objective question 9 for private candidates. The question says, given that PS is equal to half m into bracket v square minus u square. Evaluate P correct to 2 decimal places. When v is equal to 3.7, so v is equal to 3.7, u is equal to 2.3, m is equal to 0.05, and s is equal to 0.07. So we are to make P the subject of this equation. Afterwards, we do a substitution or substitutions of the following values and get an actual value for P. So to find P, we have to divide both sides of the equation by s. So P, s divided by s here is equal to half m into bracket v square minus u square. As well, this one is divided by, let me do a division here, divided by s. This s will cancel that s. We have P is equal to 1 multiplied by m times what we have inside the bracket. We will still have m into bracket v square minus u square divided by 2 times s will be 2s. We know that the value of m is 0.05 to bracket v is 3.7, and so is v square minus u square. U is 2.3 square, all divided by 2, and the value of s is 0.07. We are going to do a simplification here. 0.05 into bracket 3.7 square is 13.69. So 13.69 minus 2.3 square is 5.29. So 5.29 divided by, then 2 times 0.07 is equal to 0.14. The space here is occupied. Let me continue here. 0.14. So 13.69 minus 5.29 is going to give you 8.4. So we'll have 0.05 minus, now into brackets, 8.4 divided by 0.14. And when you multiply 0.05 by 8.4 and divide it by 0.14, you are going to get 3.00 to bracket to 2 decimal places. And that is the value for P.